Hey guys, what's going on? Migan here. Coming at you with another combination of bro science and science. This one's gonna be mostly on science, but as always I want to balance it with some bro science based on experience. How many sets do you need per muscle group, you know, per every workout? How many sets to activate, to maximize or optimize protein synthesis, right? The building of muscle, right? You guys all know, you go to the gym, you train with a specific amount of with a rep range, weight range, whatever intensity, and based on what you do, your body will adapt by synthesizing proteins, you know, polypeptides and things like that, resulting in bigger muscles. So make a long story short, the question is how many sets do you need just to stimulate protein synthesis? Because you get to a point where if you don't do enough, you're not gonna optimize protein synthesis. It's gonna be like a small percentage, and you get to a point also where you do just too many. Not only you're not getting additional gains, but you're getting diminishing returns, meaning you're actually, you know, breaking down more than is necessary. So what is that midpoint, that balance? So obviously I had to look at a lot of fucking studies, because you can't just figure it out through bro science. It will take you years through experience to try to figure out exactly what's the perfect set range per muscle, because there's so many factors involved. So I started looking in the science realm. I looked at a lot of studies. Once again, I don't like people that only show you one study, right? Never look at just one study, because in the bodybuilding world, in the science world, you can find a study to disprove or prove anything, right? There's always studies rebutting each other back and forth. So what I do is I look at as many studies as possible on one topic, and then I pick what they all have in common, or I average them out. So from the studies I looked at, now mind you, I'm talking about, when I say how many sets per muscle, I'm referring to the individual, the isolated muscle, not the whole fucking muscle. So when I say back, that's the body part, right? I'm referring to like latissimus dorsi, your teres major and minor, your rhomboids, your trapezius. Even the trapezius, there's upper trapezius, middle trapezius, lower trapezius. You know, your front delta, your middle delta, your side delta. So when I say how many sets per muscle, I'm referring to each individual head of the of the shoulder, or the tricep, you know, the outer head, the long head, things like that. So don't look at it as Migan said, only do this many sets for your entire fucking back. That's fucking stupid. I'm referring to the individual isolated muscle. Obviously you can't really purely isolate the muscle, because when you activate your upper chest, you're gonna activate some part of your lower chest as well. But you know, it's possible to shift the emphasis depending on what angle you activate the muscle from, right? So doing an incline press is obviously gonna activate more of your upper fibers than than doing a decline press, for instance. You know what I mean? So anyway, to answer your question, how many sets? Studies said that obviously multiple sets are better than one set, and you get to a point where the gains don't really change, and they said between 2 to 3 sets and 4 to 6 sets, there's only a very small change, right? So meaning 2 to 3 sets per muscle, per isolated muscle, will give you the same results as 4 to 6 sets per muscle. Anything above that is that doesn't do anything extra. In fact, as you keep going above 6 sets, the gains stay the same as far as protein synthesis, right? I mean, if you can measure protein synthesis, you can measure how fast your muscle is gonna grow. You know, it's plain and simple. So what I did was, I was like, okay, I looked at the extremes, as low as 2 sets and as high as 6 sets max. So minimum 2, maximum 6. You average them out together, you get 4. 2 plus 6 is 8, divided by 2 is 4, right? Thank God I'm a math tutor, so I like thinking everything in math terms. So pretty much the answer is 4. The maximum number is 4. 4 sets on average per muscle, per isolated muscle, is all you need to optimize protein synthesis, right? If you're doing 4, you're in the middle. You're not too low, you're not too high. Now mind you, I said 4 sets once again per isolated muscle, meaning for the outer head of your triceps, pick an exercise, do 4 sets, you're good to go. For the long head, another exercise, 4 sets. If I can, upper chest, an exercise, 4 sets, you're good to go. Middle chest, right? Mid pecs, 4 sets. Lower pecs, 4 sets. If you want, you can go up to 6, but once again, you're not gonna get a big increase. Obviously, you want to experiment with your body, and this is where my bro science comes in. I've noticed that, because I do full body workouts, so obviously I try to do 4 sets per isolated muscle, and it's a lot of fucking work. So I try to superset, tricep, things like that to get everything done. But I've noticed that if I'm not getting a good pump after 4 sets, either I'm fucking up, I'm being a bitch, I'm not, you know, contracting the muscle enough, I'm just going through the motion, I'm not controlling the weight, whatever. I throw in one more set, you know. So don't think like a robot. I mean, a lot of you telling you guys these parameters is just to guide you, but don't think 4 sets, I'm done. Next 4 sets, I'm done, like a robot. Listen to your body, go by feel. So if after I'm done doing 4 sets, I feel like, man, my upper chest pump could get bigger. I feel like I didn't contract, you know, good enough. Or I feel like, I was fucking bullshitting. I will try and do another set until I get the maximum satisfaction, right? Also, if I do 2-3 sets and I feel like I'm good, wow, I ate good yesterday or today, I drink enough water, I'm pumped, obviously if your goal is hypertrophy, not strength, and I feel like I'm good to go, I can stop right there. So balance science with your own experience and with your own feel. All right, guys, remember, this is for hypertrophy, muscle growth. I didn't look at the studies for strength because I really don't give a fuck about strength right now. I'm focusing on muscle growth. So 4 sets per isolated muscle angle per workout, and you should be good to go. Oh, and remember, because you're only doing 4 sets, you want to make sure for whatever muscle angle you're hitting, you want to make sure you're using the best exercise possible, meaning the exercise that has the highest, EMG activity for that muscle. I made several videos about that. So if you have any question about it, either look in my video selection or just comment below. Somebody else will hit you up about my reply. All right, pick the best exercise possible for that muscle angle you're working on for those 4 sets and go to town. Dominant discipline direction. I'm out of here. Hey guys, what's going on? I got a question from a subscriber, young guy. Trying to bulk up for football. I get a lot of these questions. Trying to get ready for football. Trying to put on size as much as possible, and it's hard for him to pick which direction to go as far as training because there's so many conflicting advices out there. Obviously, you want to follow whatever your coach is telling you.